Welcome to my channel. I'm in coaching center. So today I'm going to explain you that is the 11th standard biology 21st chapter, control and coordination. So in my last video I explained the locomotion and movement chapter. So in this video I'm going to explain that is the neural control and coordination. So control and coordination. So action potential. So what is action potential? So it is a sudden change in the electric charge in the plasma membrane of a nerve fiber. There is a sudden change in the electrical charge of the plasma membrane of a fiber. And aqueous humor. So the thin watery fluid that occupies space between lens and cornea in an eye is the aqueous humor in eye. So but I will show you the eye if you want. Next, blind spot, a spot of retina which is free from rods and cones and lack the ability for vision is the blind spot. And cerebrospinal fluid, so an alkaline fluid present in between inner two layer of meninx. Next, cerebrum. Next, cerebrum. So it is a part of hindbrain that controls the balance and posture of the body. That controls the balance and posture of our body is the cerebrum. And next is cochlea. Cochlea, a spirally coiled part of internal ear which is responsible for hearing is the cochlea. Next, corpus callosum, so a curved thick bundle of nerve fiber that joins two cerebral hemisphere is the corpus callosum. Next, depolarization, so a condition when polarity of the plasma membrane of nerve fiber is reversed, when the polarity of the plasma membrane of the nerve fiber is reversed. Next, so these are the basic things. Next, medulla oblongata, so the posterior most part of the brain which is continuous with the spinal cord and control the respiration. Pons, the thick bundle of fibers on the ventral side of the brain below cerebellum is the pons. And spinal cord, so a tubular structure connecting with medulla oblongata of brain and situated in neural center of the vertebral column covered by the meninx. Next, synaptic cleft, so a narrow fluid filled space which separates two membranes of the neurons at the synapse, that separates synaptic, it is the space, as you know. Next, neurotransmitted, so these are the chemicals stored in synapse vessels diffused to reach the membrane of next neuron for its stimulation or passage of the message. Next, synapse, as you know, a physiological junction between axon of one neuron and dendrite of next neuron. Next, CNS, that is central nervous system, PNS, that is peripheral neural system, and next is ANS, autonomic neural system. So these are the three things you have to remember. Neural system. Neural system has two types, that is the central neural system and peripheral neural system. And central neural system has the brain, it controls the brain, it is controlled by the brain, spinal cord. And peripheral neural system is cranial nerve 12 pairs it has, and spinal nerve it is 31 pairs it has. Next, nerve fiber of PNS, that is the peripheral neural system, that nerve fiber that it has, that is a different fibers transmit impulse from tissue organ to CNS. Different by tissue it is transported by cell, transported to our brain the information. Next, different fibers transmit impulse from CNS to the, so from central nervous system to the different by different tissues it is transported to our peripheral tissue. Next, division of PNS. So the peripheral nervous system is divided into two types, that is the somatic neural autonomous neural system transmit impulse from CNS to involuntary organ and smooth muscle, to involuntary organ that does not do anyone, and for some smooth muscles. Next, parts of neuron. So neuron has cell body, cytoplasm with nucleus, Dendrite, short fiber which branch rapidly and project out of cell, and axon, single long fiber branched at a distal end. Axon. So axon, in that axon has three types, that is multipolar, bipolar, cineflora. So in multipolar, one axon and two or more dendrites is there, and bipolar, one axon and one dendrite. And in the cinepolar, cell body with axon only is found. Next, conduction of nerve impulse along with axon. So axon is at rest, so action potential we have learnt. Next, transmission of impulse at synapse. So the electrical synapse. So here the membrane of pre and post synaptic neuron are in very close proximity. Electric current can flow directly from one neuron into other across the synapse like impulse conduction along a single axon. And in chemical synapse, here the membrane of pre and post synaptic neuron are separated by fluid filled space, that is known as the synaptic cleft. Next, parts of the brain, as you know, forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. This is all learned in your lower classes. This is the three part. And in forebrain, you can see cerebrum, thalamus, hypothalamus, and in hindbrain you can see cerebellum, pons, medullary oblongata. So first let us see about the brain. Let us see the brain. So here you can see the brain diagram. Wait, I will keep like this. So here you can see the medulla body. Here this is the image of the brain. So here you can see the hypothalamus. Here cerebellum, and you can see here the cortex, brainstem, and other diagrams. Here you can see hypothalamus, thalamus, and medullary body, and you can see the spinal gland, cerebellum, fourth ventricle, medullary oblongata here. So, and here pons, you can see the small ring like it is there, no, that is pons, and here you can see medullary oblongata. So next, now let us know one by one about them. These are the cerebellum. It is our thinking power. It is the thinking. It thinks. Thalamus acts as a really center to receive and transmit sensation like pain, anything. And hypothalamus, center of regulation of blood temperature, body temperature, urge for eat and drinking when you are hungry that time. And midbrain, so responsible for coordinate visual reflex and auditory reflex. And cerebellum, so maintains posture and equilibrium of a body, as well as coordinate and regulates voluntary movement of the body. And pons varolii, so relays impulses between medulla oblongata and cerebral hemisphere, and between the hemisphere of cerebrum and cerebellum. And medulla oblongata, so medulla oblongata center that control heartbeats, breathing. So medulla oblongata, it is the involuntary, we call it as, so you may have learned in your lower classes. Next, organs of sight, eye. So in that, the cornea, it contains absorb of O2 from the air, and middle layer it has choroid, that is absorb light and prevents light. And next, cilia body, that is holds lens, regulating shape of the lens. And inner layer retina, that is the vision or that you see. Next, organ of hearing. So here the external ear, that is pinna, external auditory, the pinna that collects sound waves, and the external auditory canal direct sound waves towards the eardrum. Middle ear, they are the tympanic membrane, air ossicles cells. Internal ear, that is cochlea and vestibular apparatus. Next, so here you can see the ear diagram. So this is the pinna ear. Here from auditorium canal the waves goes and it reaches to eardrum. So these are the parts of the ear, that is the hammer, anvil, stirrup, semicellular canal, cochlea, auditory nerve and round window. So these are the parts of the ear. So they may ask the parts of the ear and label, they may ask the diagram and label the parts also they may ask, or they may ask the function what it does. Now as I explained some parts in that they may ask. Here in this image you can see the eye image, that is the cornea, pupil. You can see the pupil, this is, and this is iris, this is the lens, and this gap here, and the retina and nerves here you can see. In this diagram they may ask, sclera is not there, that protects the eyeball from the any problems. So okay friends, this was your chapter, the neural core. And here see there they are asking the function and name, and here name, function they have given, here cone cells they have asked a function, and here they have given the function. So you can answer, and here the label diagram, labels they may ask, sometimes they may give the brain and answer, give the question to label that, or they may ask to draw the brain diagram and label some parts they may ask. And here you can see the answer for that, and here another question and some questions. So okay friends, answer the question if you want. So like the video, comment on my video and subscribe my channel and coaching center for more video. In my next video I will explain the last chapter of your biology, that is the chemical coordination and integration chapter. So okay friends, like the video, comment on my video, and I think you understand about the brain, ear and the eyes. So these is the three things you learn in this neural control and coordination. So okay friends, I think you understand about three also, brain, ear and the eyes and the parts, and the diagram they may ask, it is most important, so practice the diagram. So okay friends, like the video, comment on my video and subscribe my channel in my coaching center for more video. I will see you in my next video explaining another chapter. Till then, take care, have a nice day, bye my dear friends.